Okay, so here's episode 2 of the Dolomite sprint. So I've done a little bit of work off camera, just because I sometimes find it easier not having to move a camera around. So what I've done is I've installed the new inner seal panel, strengthening panel. So it looked like this one down here, because they come as a pair. So we got that from Rimmer Bros, turned up pretty quick. So yep, as you can see, that one's all in complete. So I'm pretty happy with how that's gone. I've lapped the panels over ever so slightly, and that's just purely because it's a strength reason. It adds a lot more rigidity. If you lap the panels over each other, instead of butting them up against each other, you find that that's a weak spot, whereas that is rock solid now. We've just added a few welds just along there just to tie it in, and it was quite awkward, but we managed to get the welder just inside, and we've got a couple of tack welds every hole, just holding it to the actual inner sill. So that's all done. So we started cleaning up all along here. So this is going to be the mating surface along here for the outer sill panel to fit on. I might be able to rest that one for you actually. Let me see. Let's have a go. There we go. Needs to go back a little bit actually. It goes back there. But yeah, as you can see, it does fit, which is nice. We will probably lap weld that in as well, but we'll make sure that that doesn't make any difference to the door gaps. And again, that's purely just for a strength reason. Anytime I just do any kind of sill or structural bodywork, always make sure that it's lap welded. I know it's not the right way to do it if you're a restorer, but it is a sill panel, and this is where the car gets jacked up on, etc, etc. So we've also trimmed off the bottom of this wing here, and I've just cleaned this all back just to see. I'm not too worried about this. This will be fixed after we've made this bottom section. So we need to make this bottom section here. We've also got another little hole there. That needs a little bit of love. And we have, let me just find that torch. What have I done with that torch? There it is. Oh. I just started having a little poke around and a little clean up in the wheel arch here. And we have found some more rust, which is nice. So that's already been repaired once before, because that had a plate on it that just pinged off. I don't even think it was welded. But the rest of it looks pretty good. I mean, there's a little hole in there, which we'll tackle shortly, and a couple of little pinholes. But overall, it's not too bad. I think the next step is really going to be to... Oh, and there's another one up there. A couple of little holes up there. Again, they're not too bad. I think the next thing to do is going to be to pull out the front suspension for this side. And that'll just give us access to do everything we need to in the wheel arches. We've also got a little repair that needs doing just down here. As you can see, there's a little bit missing here, but there is also a hole here on the inner arch too, just over there somewhere. So we need to do that. We also need to clean up the whole of this back wheel arch here. So we might do that as well today. We'll just see what time permits. But yeah, everything's going pretty well so far. I might stick it on a time lapse, I might not. We'll see how much space I've got on the camera. But yeah, she's coming along nicely. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Guess we better cut this out then. So there we go. I've already cut out some of the worst bits of the rot. Obviously there's a bit more to cut out there. But it's not too bad. It's easily repairable, which is good. Cleaned up a bit of the subframe, and as you saw, took all the suspension out. And Dan can have that back just to get that blasted and painted a new bush and stuff. But yeah, no, so it's not too bad, to be honest with you. Once it's cut out, it looks a lot better. That'll be made out of about 3 to 4 panels, just because the contours are a bit different. Moving along to the back, obviously the sill panel strengthener. That's all painted up in there, so that'll be nice and protected. And then to the back, we cleaned most of that out as well. A little bit of rust just up there. Nothing too bad at all. But yeah, so we're making some good progress. It's only a short episode today on the old Dolomite. Hopefully it'll be a longer one next one. We'll be doing a bit more welding. I'm going to try and hit this quite hard over the next couple of weeks, get all the welding on one side done. So stay tuned.